mean, I made my first $1 million and I thought that was it. I married my wife and I thought, perfect, my life is perfect now. No, the work just starts now, right? You're at the next level of it. So we're so set on making sure that you understand these concepts. The Northstar is yet another one. And when we talk about Northstar, what we're talking about is orientation. So not only do you need to do that fundamental work to understand your beliefs and why you believe them the way you do, so that you can have expectations that are realistic, but also we want to have something to look forward to. And looking forward to the next goal, looking forward to that $1 million sale, or looking forward to whatever that thing isn't sufficient. Because as you were just saying, and we were just discussing, it will always let you down because you get there and you're just ready for the next thing. So the idea of a North Star is to have this thing that you can always orient to. No matter how many steps you take towards it, it's still in front of you. And so this is yet another concept that we want to make sure that we really truly unpack so that everyone has it there. So you can always course correct, you can always align yourself.
But it all needs to be aligned, because if you're a small business owner, even a solopreneur, and it doesn't matter if you have hundreds of employees, the thing is, you built this for a reason. And this reason was also to align you. So at one point, you're going to step away from that organization and maybe create other organizations. But if you don't have the concept of the North Star, it is very hard for me to create that for the mission and vision of your company.
I think you're right on point here. I have the privilege to work with very powerful people, and that is my career. But what I have learned in doing that work is that everybody at this fundamental level has the same issues, and it's rooted in the fact that most people, and especially the more successful you get, the more isolated you become. And that they don't have, all of us don't have a safe place to ask for help. And what I learned, I started out as a young entrepreneur myself, and as a young person, where you're constantly surrounded by people who are older than you and have already got experience you don't have, there's lots of mentorship available. It's not always on offer, but it's around. And if you have, the wherewithal to ask for help, you generally can find it. But as we get older, and especially as we get more successful, we naturally stop asking for help. And we put ourselves in this situation, as I said earlier, where we start to become more and more isolated. And in my experience, especially working with people who have been highly, highly successful, they're the most isolated of all. And so what we've done with the Moonshot Collective is not only have we created a place to do that foundational work that we've been talking about, but we've created an environment where it is safe for you to ask for help. And when we look at the people who are the most successful, and there's a gap, right? The people like on top, and then the next level down, there's a significant gap. And that gap is having that safe place, having other people that trust you and you trust them, that can call you out on your stuff, so that you really can achieve your greatest potential. So that if you're the smartest person in the room, that doesn't work.
No.
You need to be around other people who are going to have experience that you don't have, who are willing to call you out when they see that you're making a mistake. So TMC, the Moonshot Collective, is both a place for that foundational work and an organization, a peer mentorship network, where you have a place that's constantly safe, where you will always have access to that. So those are the sort of two pillars of what we do and the opportunity.
Yeah, that's great. I'm a firm believer in that. In fact, I run peer advisory groups, and it's the exact same thing. You need to have, we have an NDA, but in our retention is like yours, 3 to 7 years.
Yeah,
but it's a different person. It's a different personality. We're getting different sorts of personalities, so it's all good. But it is, it's unbelievable. Like, why would somebody stay for years? I know you've got incredible retention in your program, and it's because there's no real other place to go, they feel, for them. Because especially for you, like, you work with really, big sports people and high media people. That is all about perception and media and what social media thinks. And you can't admit, everybody wants to see that hard luck story when you're doing great, but then they're just waiting for the fall.